How to complete the most common ACORD forms. If you work in commercial insurance, you have probably seen ACORD forms such as the 125, 126, 130, and 140. These are some of the most commonly used ACORD forms in commercial insurance, and each one serves a different purpose. In this video, I'll explain what each form is used for, what information you need, and how they typically work together in a commercial insurance submission. ACORD 125, Commercial Insurance Application. Let's start with the ACORD 125. The ACORD 125 is the main commercial insurance application. Think of it as the foundation of the submission. It collects the basic information about the applicant and the business. You will typically need information such as the legal business name, mailing and location addresses, business structure, years in business, description of operations, annual revenue, number of employees, prior insurance information, loss history, and general remarks about the account. One common mistake is leaving the business description too vague. Instead of writing something simple like contractor, provide a more detailed description of what the company actually does. For example, residential electrical contractor performing installation and repair work with no work above 3 stories. That gives the underwriter a much clearer understanding of the risk. The ACORD 125 normally works together with additional ACORD forms depending on the coverage being requested. ACORD 126, Commercial General Liability. If the client needs general liability coverage, you will commonly use the ACORD 126 together with the ACORD 125. The ACORD 126 collects information specifically related to liability exposures. This can include types of operations, annual sales, payroll, subcontractor costs, premises information, products and completed operations exposure, additional insured requirements, and other liability-related questions. For contractors, you may also need information about subcontractors. For example, do they use subcontractors? What percentage of their work is subcontracted? Do subcontractors carry their own general liability and workers' compensation coverage? Do they provide certificates of insurance? These details can have a major impact on underwriting. ACORD 140, Commercial Property. If the business needs property coverage, the ACORD 140 is commonly used. This form focuses on the building and business property exposure. You will need information such as property location, building construction, year built, square footage, roof information, electrical, plumbing, and HVAC updates, fire protection, sprinkler systems, alarm systems, building values, business personal property values, and occupancy information. One very important area is the building valuation. Make sure the replacement cost is realistic and reflects what it would cost to rebuild the property today. Underwriters may also want to know about nearby exposures and whether the building has undergone major updates. ACORD 130, Workers' Compensation. For workers' compensation, the ACORD 130 is one of the most commonly used applications. You will typically need employee classifications, class codes, payroll by classification, number of employees, owners and officers, locations, experience modification information, prior carrier information, and loss history. Accuracy is especially important with workers' compensation. Using the wrong class code or incorrect payroll can result in an inaccurate premium and can also create problems during the policy audit. Make sure the employee's actual job duties match the class code being used. How these forms work together. In many commercial submissions, the ACORD 125 is the starting point. Then you add the coverage-specific forms. For example, for general liability, ACORD 125 plus ACORD 126. For commercial property, ACORD 125 plus ACORD 140. For workers' compensation, ACORD, 125 plus ACORD, 130. And depending on the account, you may need several additional forms. The biggest challenge is that the ACORD forms do not always ask every underwriting question a carrier may need. That is why a complete submission should also include detailed underwriting information, loss runs, when required, supporting documents, and a clear submission summary. A faster way to handle ACORD forms, instead of manually going back and forth between different forms and trying to determine which questions are missing, tools such as AgencyAssist can help guide the commercial insurance intake process. The client can answer a structured questionnaire, missing underwriting information can be identified, and the information can be organized into the appropriate ACORD forms and submission package. This can help reduce incomplete submissions and save time going back to the client for additional information. Final tip: before sending any commercial submission, ask yourself 3 questions. Do I have the correct ACORD forms? Have all the important underwriting questions been answered? And does the underwriter have enough information to understand the risk without immediately coming back with additional questions? If the answer is yes, you are much more likely to have a faster and smoother underwriting process. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel for more commercial insurance, ACORD form, and underwriting tips.